Hello everyone, hope you are doing good and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 16 of the Geeks for Geeks problem of the day, and we have again easy level question in front of us. Though I will not call it easy, and I guess you will get to know why I'm saying that. But this is one of the questions which has been repeatedly asked by Google and Amazon. Okay, the same you can verify by going to the company tags, and let us see what the problem is. It's strings count. Okay, the question says that given a length n, okay, you are see the first of all see the inputs and outputs always. The input is going to be an integer, only one integer, and the output is also going to be integer. Okay, so now let's come to the question. Given a length n, count the number of strings of length n that can be made using a, b, and c. Okay, these are the literals which they are asking us to use. Okay, a, b, and c. Okay, but now see this part of the question. It's the most important part. They're saying we have to find the number of strings of length n that can be made using a, b, and c with at most one b or two c's allowed. That see, please understand the meaning of the word at most. At most means there can be either zero or this one. For example, when we talk of b, there can be either zero b or there can be only one b. Okay, these are the only two possibilities for b. Okay, now coming to the c, there are three possibilities. Okay, either there can be no c, that is zero c, there can be one c, or there can be two c. Okay, so these are the various possibilities and there is no condition for a. Okay, a can be the remaining letters. Okay, if for example, if we take the suppose the case of, let us say, one c will be there, one b will be there, the remaining all can be a. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. We'll see some of the examples. First one is the n equal to 1. You must be knowing that, see, when n is 1, there can be only one literal, right? So there are only three possibilities, right? There can be a, b, or c. Okay, so the answer is 3. Now coming to n equal to 3. Okay, it's I will also, like, I have made some of the possible strings here. You can count them for your for your reference, and the answer is going to be 19. How we are getting that, I will explain you, but please ensure that you understand this part first. Okay, what is the meaning of at most? Okay, they are trying to limit how many b's can be there and how many c's can be there. Once again, I will repeat: b can be either 0 or it can be only 1. Okay, it will be present either 0 times or 1 time. Similarly, when we talk of c, it can be present 0 times, 1 time, or 2 times. Okay, that's what they're trying to say. There is no restriction for a. Okay, so for equality, these are some of the answers. Okay, you can just see it for your own reference. Okay, see, why I am showing you these things is because in interview you will be expected to at least draw the possibilities for at least one case, and then start formulating the answer. Okay, that way you are, that's what is the expectation from interviewer from you. Okay, so as you can see, there can be either a single b, or there are also cases where there are two b's present. Okay, there can be two b's as well. Okay, sorry, B can be okay at most one only. There can be a case where C is present only one time, or there can be cases where C is present two times. Okay, as you can see here, and there also can be cases where C is present not at all. Okay, only 0 times C is present. Okay, these are some of the cases. You can count it for yourself, and the answer will come as 19. Okay, so they are expecting something higher from us this time. They are not lenient in the space and time complexity. They are expecting O of 1. That means constant space complexity. That means whatever with the number of n, you are not allowed to run any loop or any data structure as such. It means you are not allowed to use, let us talk of space first. You are not allowed to use any array or anything like that. Okay, you just need to have integers. Either one or two integers you can use, and you should get the answer. That's what they're expecting. Coming to time complexity, they are not expecting you to have any for loops or anything like that. You know Simply some calculations and you have to get the answer. Okay, and can be of the range from 1 to 10 power 5. Okay, that makes sense because it is strings. Giving 0 does not make any sense here. Okay, so yeah, this is the question. In this particular video, I will be discussing the brute force approach for solving this. This is see, always remember, when you think of coding, always the first thing should be design, first of all, making all the patterns possible for a given case. For example, n equal to 3 in this case, and then solving the question using the brute force approach. If you're able to do this, you have cleared 50% of the interview, right? The next approach is understand. See, by doing these two steps, you should be in a position to understand what is happening, and then you should be in a position to derive an optimal solution. For this particular video, I will be giving you the brute force solution, and then we'll try to trace the optimal solution in the next video. Okay, just after this video, I will upload the next video also, in which we will discuss the optimal solution. For knowing the optimal solution, you need a bit of maths. Okay, you need a bit of the permutations and combinations. You need a bit of that. Okay, that's why I've kept that topic for a separate video. Okay, I will be uploading that also in within a few minutes. Okay, so coming to the brute force solution, what I'm doing is I'm first of all hard coding some of the prominent cases. Okay, for n equal to 1, for example, the answer has to be 3. For n equal to 2, the answer has to be 8. Okay, you can remove n equal to 2 part also if you want, but just for the sake of running the problem a bit faster, I've included some of the base cases here. This is just to give you a hint that this also can be done. Okay, Now coming to the answer, see, I am going to use only two for loops here because see, for b, when it comes to b, I know that it can be present either 0 times or 1 time. Okay, that's why I've given the range as 2. In Python, whenever you give a range of n, it means the loop will run for 0 till n minus 1. Okay, that's what it is. It will run for 0. Okay, let me write it here. It will run for b equal to 0 or 1. Okay, these are the only two cases here. Similarly, c can be there, 0 times, 1 times, or 2 times. That's why I've given the range as 3. Okay, so in this case, c can be 0 or 1 or 2. Okay, these are the three cases, and b, there are two cases. Okay, after doing all this, I'm gonna see the remaining can be a, right? The remaining all letters can be a. Okay, but remember, we are doing the irrespective of the n. Okay, n may be like 1. Okay, if n is 1, obviously you can't have c equals to 2, right? You can't have c equal to 2. Okay, that's what it is. So what we are doing is, a can be the remaining letters, right? So what we are subtracting b and c with n. Okay, n minus b minus c equal to a. Okay, as I told you, and if n is 1, then obviously it doesn't make any sense for c to be 2. Okay, that's why we are saying if only a is greater than or equal to 0. Why we are taking the 0th case? Try to understand. Suppose n equal to 3, then all see, we can have two c's and we can have a b. Okay, we can see, I am talking about, where is that case? Yeah, this case. Okay, for n equal to 3, I'm talking about this case. In this case, there are no a, right? There are no a's. That's why I'm including the equal to 0 also condition. Okay, equal to 0 also I'm including in the condition. Remember, 0 factorial is 1. That's what I'm trying to say. So if a n is greater than or equal to 0, what you have to do? You have to simply calculate the thing. Okay, factorial n divided by factorial of a into factorial of b into factorial of c. Okay, factorial function I have separately imported here. Okay, from math, import factorial. Okay, and now try to see, this path involves math to understand, and even the optimal solution you have to see. What is the idea here is, for example, if you have a string of length n. Okay, and let us say it is filled only with a and c. Okay, there are only two c's. Let me type it here. Okay, please try to understand this part of the math. This is involves math. Okay, I learned it, I think, in 8th standard, combinations, permutations, and combinations. I'll just explain what is the logic behind this. Suppose you have a string of length n. Okay, in that n, okay, only two c's are present. Okay, c is present only two times. Okay, rest all are a. Okay, rest all are a. Okay, rest all are a. So how to find the number of ways of arranging this? Okay, the answer is going to be n factorial. Okay, n factorial divided by, okay, because there are two c's. Okay, first of all, let me open a bracket here. See, the division part will be slightly longer. See, n factorial, because n is the length of the string. Okay, c is present two times. Okay, so 2 factorial, and this multiplied with a, rest of c, whatever is repeating, basically you have to divide by that. Okay, divide by the factorial of that. Okay, because c is repeating two times, so I've given 2 factorial is, rest is a. Okay, a is also repeating, that means. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to do n minus 2. Okay, n minus 2 factorial. What it means, c is repeating two times, so we have kept in the division, in the denominator two times. A is repeating for n minus 2 times, that because see, after c, rest all are a, right? So n is repeating for n minus 2 times, so n minus 2 factorial. So this n factorial divided by 2 factorial into n minus 2 factorial is going to give you the number of ways in which I can arrange the string. Okay, of length n. So this is what we are doing here also. See, b is present for b number of times. Okay, that's why we're dividing with b factorial. C is present for c number of times, so we're dividing by c factorial. Okay, remember, a can be 0 also. That means this particular thing can be 1. See, 0 factorial is 1, right? 0 factorial is 1. So this can be that also. Okay, and we have this separately ensured a has to be greater than or equal to 0. That's what we are doing. Okay, please keep this thing in mind. See, this is also math. If you don't know the math, at least know this part, that if you are given a string n, and if something is repeating in that, so if you have to find the number of ways of arranging that, you have to do and factorial divide by number of times that thing is repeating. Okay, for example, in this, c is repeating 2 times, so 2 factorial. A is repeating for n minus 2 times, so n minus 2 factorial. This will give you the answer for the number of ways you can, permute that particular string. Okay, I will just remove it. Okay, so yeah, friends, that was all. And because you are involving division, that's why, but they wanted integer answer. That's why I'm including the integer. I'm like, yeah, in a implicit way, or you can say an explicit way, I'm making the answer change the data type to a integer. Okay, that's what I'm doing. I will quickly run and show you. This works for the initial cases, but as I mentioned, this is not the optimal solution. It's only a brute force solution. Okay, this works for the initial cases. Okay. So yeah, friend, that was all for this video. In next video, I will show you the most optimal solution, and also the logic behind that, how we are arriving at the solution also. Okay. So yeah, friend, that was all for today. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.